Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where we talk about love and astrology. Not just love and astrology, but astrology for your one true love soulmate connection. And if this resonates with you already, then you know who you are, and there is something here for you to learn. My name is Teresa, and I'm an intuitive astrologer and intuitive life coach. And I help you to navigate your love life through astrology, through the energy of unconditional love, and through your intuition. And again, if you are here and this message resonates with you already, then you know you are meant to have a great love, a power couple kind of love. And that doesn't mean the kind of love where you work together. You could work together, helping the community, helping the world, but you could just have an incredible love, not just have. You can have an incredible love, and it's just people are in awe and inspired because of the connection that you two have. And I'm not talking perfection. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And so, this is a journey, but I am talking to you to a collective that is meant to have a soul connection that is the greatest kind of soul connection that you could possibly have in this lifetime. And again, you know who you are. We are doing a series on Venus right now, and in this video, we're going to do Venus in Cancer. If you don't know where your Venus is or what sign your Venus is in, you can click the link below and get your chart for free. I also do offer readings. I don't need your time of birth. If you have it, that's great, but if not, I um, I give you the message that you're meant to hear, and I tap into Source 333 as I say this message. Although when it does, this gets edited, I believe that there will be 1 minute that's edited out. So anyway, I do get this message from Source, from God, from the divine. I'm a catalyst, so I'm here to give you a message of what you are meant to hear, regardless if you know your time or not. And I know that I'm here to help you navigate your love life, but not just a regular, ordinary kind of love. If you're someone who just wants to be with another person just to be with them because you don't want to be alone, then this message is not for you. This channel is dedicated to the people who are, you know who you are. You are meant to have that great kind of love, that breathtaking, amazing, incredible kind of love. That people aspire to have. And this is, again, you just know. So let's get into it. Venus in Cancer. Before I forget, stay tuned to the end of this little tutorial, and I am going to tap into the energy to give you a message, a timeless reading based on Venus in Cancer. You don't have to have your Cancer in Venus, your Cancer in Venus. Mercury is also retrograde at this point. One of the things that because I stumbled over my words and I said that backwards, I know that some of you are confused about a love in your life, maybe a specific person, maybe about how you're feeling, or maybe you're getting miscommunication or no communication at all. Um, or you're saying things, because they're backwards, maybe you're not seeing them correctly at this point because there's something in the way. But this message, the channeled message will be not just, it'll be for whoever's meant to hear the message. You don't have to have your Venus in Cancer to take in what you need to hear. And again, this is a general reading. This is a general, so collective, whoever this is meant to find. you're going to get it. And also take what resonates and get rid of the rest. This is, for a lot of, this is going to be, a lot of people are going to hear this. And so, all of the specifics may not be for every single person, and you'll know. Just feel it. Um, you're going to know by how you feel in your gut, and how it makes your heart feel. So, um, Venus in Cancer. Venus in Cancer, Venus is all about love, beauty, grace, luxury, um, feminine qualities. Again, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So when I talk, and I say again because I've already made Venus series on the signs before this: Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. But we all have masculine and feminine energy, and whether tap into more of the feminine energy, or you identify as a man or a woman, it doesn't quite matter. We each have feminine and masculine energy, and so this message is for you. Again, take it as it resonates, whether you're a man or a woman. But Venus does represent the femininity. It is a feminine sign. And with Venus in Cancer, Venus is, like I said, all about grace, beauty, love, money, how you make money, how you receive money. And we're going to talk a lot about receiving today, because we are talking about Venus, and Venus is a receiver. When you are a woman in love and you have your Venus in Cancer, this is how you express yourself. Um, if you're a man, and again, I'm just saying man and woman just to make it a little bit easier, regardless of your sex. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. If you are have Venus in Cancer, as you identify more in the masculine, divine masculine, um, then this is the type of love that you are looking for. You are looking for somebody who embodies the Venus in Cancer traits. And Cancer is all about nurturing. The signs, the symbol of Cancer is a 6 and 9 together sideways. So 69 sideways, which represents also the breast, female breast, nursing, breastfeeding, caring for people. And I can't say nurturing enough, because this sign is all about nurturing. And having Venus in Cancer is going to mean that you, or whoever you're listening to this listening to this message for, um, Cancer is all about nurturing, loving energy. It's all about the emotions. Cancer is ruled by the moon, so you could have highs and lows and ebbs and flows, just like the waves in the ocean, ruled by the moon. The tides change according to the moon phases. And with Venus in Cancer, you're going to really want to have balance in your emotions. You're going to want to have someone in your life that nurtures you, that if you have had a bad day, or let's say you are a um, you have a high level career, you're going to want someone who's going to have food for you ready when you get home. Maybe give you a foot massage, or you're going to want to be cared for like that. And I actually made this video before. I just made a video, but when I went to review it and edit it, there was no sound. Mercury is retrograde right now, so take that message for what you need to hear about it. So here I am again, talking about this. But you are going to, with Venus in Cancer, Spirit, please get me back to the message. I got off on a little bit of a tangent right there. Have the balance, and to be cared for, and if your person, you're going to be in love with the person who's willing to, you're going to want to have the love in your life who's willing to give you a foot massage, have meals made for you. You're going to also want to do that for your person, whether it's through money or emotions. Everyone's going to express this. You're going to express this a little differently. Depending on where your placements are in your chart. So if you're interested in a reading, click the link below and you can schedule a reading for yourself, an individual reading, a personalized reading, and I'll help guide you through that. And I don't need the time because I get these messages and help navigate you through intuition, yours and mine, the divine God source, all of our angels and guides, Jesus Christ energy. And so with Venus in Cancer, there's a lot of nurturing. There's a lot of protectedness. You're going to want to be protected. And that's what I was saying. Thank you, Spirit. You are going to want to be held with Venus in Cancer. Venus in Cancer wants to be held. And I was just talking about in that last video about the most amazing kind of hug that you can ever have. And I don't know if you've ever experienced one of these types of hugs, but with Venus in Cancer, um, Cancer wants that nurturing hug, the kind of hug that just relays, that just tells you that you're home, that you're safe, that you're loved. There's no sexual component about it. I mean, it could lead to that, but the true essence of it is safety and it's clear. I mean, it is so clear and it feels so good and you feel so loved. There's nothing like it. That's the kind of energy that Venus in Cancer wants and embraces and will give you. You also, Venus in Cancer will nurture. And like I said, whether you're a high level executive or you're a stay at home person, you know, you're gonna put all of your energy into this work for the people that you love. And Venus in Cancer is very emotional. It's a water sign, and there's nothing like Venus in Cancer. There's nothing like being loved by Cancer energy. If you end up not being with a person who has their Venus in Cancer or strong Cancer energy, you are going to miss them. And maybe you're not the type of person who loves to be nourished or taken care of or always want someone in your space. But when they leave, you're going to feel it. You're really going to feel it because you're going to miss that care, whether they were your person or not. But this channel and this message is for people who know that they are meant to have that great kind of love. And so maybe you've disconnected, and I won't get off in a tangent here. I will do a channeled message here after this tutorial, after this little bit of education. But I will just say that with Venus in Cancer, you know, you love so deeply, similar to Venus in Pisces, but Pisces is more of the spiritual energy and essence, and you have more of the home. Cancer rules the fourth house of hearth and home, and it's like being home in your actual home, physical home, in your body and in you know on this earth, you know, four walls of home being protected. You protect your love that way. Venus is ruled by the crab, and so that hard shell is a protective shell. And you could you protect the people that you love, and you also need that protection for yourself when you're hurt. And I was going to say when you're angry, but it's probably a good idea that you go into your shell sometimes if you are angry, because with Cancer energy there can be extreme emotions, and if you know, you could be extremely sad and crying, or angry and you just see red. Cancer energy, people really can mistake Cancer energy for being so loving and nurturing, and perhaps maybe they give, you know, 200 chances, but at that 200th mark, if you haven't learned yet the lesson or to love them correctly, they're gone. They're in their shell, they put their wall up, and they're done. Um, Now, we are humans living this experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Mercury is retrograde, if I haven't mentioned that already. Um, so, sometimes people do come back into your life, and it's up to you to see if they've done the work. And, you do get choice. And as someone who is meant to have a great love, you will know. And with Venus in Cancer, it's a time to, or Venus in Cancer, once you're nourishing yourself, and you're able to nourish somebody else, and there's a dance of give and take, on mostly an equal plane. Not everything will be equal, but it is a give and take in a beautiful dance, then that is your person. And sometimes people do need to go away to gather themselves, to learn the lessons, to figure out that you're their true person. Um, or sometimes you need to retract and go into your shell in order to figure that out for yourself. And, there is divine timing. So, your person, if you are manifesting them, if they haven't come into your life yet, or if they are going to come back into your life, or if you are in a relationship, you're going to know. Give it time, nourish yourself. Venus in Cancer will want to nourish and love your partner, and if they're able to receive, and you're able to receive, give and receive, and there's a balance, then you already know in your heart. I don't have to say it out loud. I just will, just to finish my sentence. um, and be careful of holding in your emotions so so tightly, and going into your shell too much, that you're not expressing yourself and expressing your emotions, to be able to have that um, healthy balance of your emotions, to be able to converse and to communicate with your person. um, Venus in Cancer, you're going to really hold high regard. You're going to want to feel safe in your home. Perhaps you're probably going to want to be home with your love. I did mention this about Venus in Taurus in the other video. But for you, Venus in Cancer, you're going to want to be home, maybe having a good meal, maybe just the two of you. You don't need to have a whole bunch of people around. You don't need to be super social. You might just have, the few friendships that are strong. But with the love of your life, you might be fine just being intertwined just with them. And that's it. And that's enough for you. Family is going to be really important. So it may just be you and your person and your family and their family, if you have, if you have a modern type of love, if you have, or, if it's your first, if it's just, your the person that you're with that doesn't have children, and it's just the two of you. It could just be the two of you and your fur babies, or your own biological children and that marriage. And I mean, it's going to be very important to you, family life, and you won't need to be social, doing a lot of things outside of the home, unless, of course, it has to do with family, and friends and loved ones, people who are close to you. Um, and with Venus and Cancer, I did mention being angry. Cancer, if Cancer energy, they're very loving and nurturing, and people will mistake that energy for being a pushover sometimes. But if you push them too far, they will get so angry and they hold on with their claws. Like, they just see red. Like, there's nothing else, especially if you hurt them in the matter of love, or their true love, or family. There's going to be, I mean, it's just going to be look out, because these are the people you don't want to get angry, because they hold it in, then all of a sudden it's like, um what is that, what is that where someone murders someone and they put it down in the comments below where they just they're insane, they're deemed to be um, emotionally insane. Someone put that down there. I'm sure you get what I'm saying, but I'm not thinking of the exact term right now. But you become just so engulfed in emotions you can't see anything else. I mean, you're watered over. Is there anything else Venus and Cancer that you need to know? I believe that's it. So let me go ahead and get into the channeled message. If you are interested in a reading, click the link below and you can book a reading with me if you want to find out more about Venus and Mars. And we'll be doing a series on all the planets and houses and love and your true love. So stay tuned for those. But you can click on the link below. It'll take you to a short video about Venus and Mars and what they mean in the um, astrological sense. Um, okay, so again, this is a timeless message. So I'm recording this right now. Mercury is retrograde, and Mars is retrograde. Mercury is retrograde in Sagittarius, and Mars is retrograde in Leo. And with Venus in Cancer, we are in the winter months. We just passed Thanksgiving, and what I'm getting with this channeled message, and I did already tap into source, into the divine, God, and I had recorded this message before, but the sound didn't, there was no sound, so I'm doing it again. But just so you know, I am tapped into that source for the greater good, for the highest um, expression of true love for you, for us, for everyone in existence, um, that transcends all space and all time and space. And so what I'm receiving and what I did receive for Venus and Cancer is to really use this time to take care of yourself and mind, body, and soul. And we are in the holiday season. And again, it doesn't matter when you're receiving this message, even if this is months later and it's summertime, or you're in a different season because you're in a different time part of the world. There's something for you to take from this message, and this is a collective reading, and so take what resonates and leave the rest, and really feel the message. Um, feel it in your stomach and in your heart. It'll ring true for what is meant for that is meant for that's truth for you. It'll ring true. It's a time to take care of yourself. Venus and Cancer, nourish your body. There's a lot of, it's the holiday season. So, there's a lot of foods and special treats that are going around. So balance those out. You don't have to be perfect. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and food is lovely. I mean, it's one of the, great things about being alive is being able to eat, taking in that nourishment and the fun treats. And so balance it out. And if you're feeling unbalanced, then, you know what you need to do with your diet. But I'm really getting to go within subconsciously. And I talked about the having Venus in Cancer in the 12th house, and I'm called to also say this again in this recording, because it got erased in the last recording. um, Make sure you're surrounded by the right people, the people who love you, the people who really have your back, the people who care for you. Balance that out, because sometimes we get so emotional that it can be really difficult for them. You don't want to hold on so tightly to somebody that it either pushes them away, they have to run away, or they feel so smothered that it's burdensome. So balance it out. Um, and you'll know, but the people who are meant to be in your life will be in your life somehow or another. I mean, the divine will make that happen, and by being the best version of yourself, the people who are meant to be in your life will be in your life, stay in your life, or come back into your life. And this is by no means saying that you need to take people back into your life that are hurtful, that are abusive, or anything like that. I'm saying this because there are people that, maybe you've made mistakes or they've made mistakes, or, you guys are, I know if you're listening to this right now, you're working on yourself. That maybe they've done the work, and so it's important to be able to receive, if someone is coming back into your life. Um, and when you nourish your mind and your spirit and your soul, you're going to attract that high vibrational being, and you're going to attract only those that belong, and you'll repel the ones that don't belong. And if it's a karmic lesson you need to learn, if someone is coming with a karmic lesson, they'll drop off quickly. Either you're going to you're going to go into your protective shell, or the divine will create something where that protection will come through and they will go away. But I am getting to make sure to really nourish your subconscious, do subconscious work, nourish yourself in that way. Um, Tap into spirituality. And, if you have to do that in your home, if you'd like, you probably want to do that in your home. Maybe you want to be alone, and that's okay. Make sure you're not completely lonely, though. Make sure you have people in your life that you can go to. But just being completely alone for a period of time, which is, the time that you'll know it because of the way you feel. Then if that's what you need, take that. Take all the time you need, physically, emotionally, mentally. You can separate yourself. But when it feels, when you're feeling, you'll feel a shift when it's time to go into more of a social mode or be around people. Then do that. But it's time to nourish your mind and really go within and connect to the divine through your subconscious. Especially, I mean, I'm getting a big call to talk about Venus in Cancer in the 12th house. And it is exalted here. Venus in the 12th house loves being in this sign. The 12th house is ruled by Pisces. And if I didn't mention before, Pisces and Cancer and Venus are just amazing lovers, amazing, just attentive, spiritual. Pisces is more of a spiritual, attentive lover, and Venus in Cancer is more of a nourishing, nurturer type of lover, and they're pretty incredible. If you've had one of those in your life, you will miss them when they go, because they want to make sure that you feel so good because it makes them feel good. But this time, this channeled message, Venus in Cancer, like my ear is getting clogged right now, so I'm being drawn to say, make sure that you're listening to messages that are being brought forth, even if it's something that you don't want to hear. Make sure that you are listening and do your best to detach from the emotion of taking it personal. By you don't need to be in an abusive situation at all. Remove yourself if necessary. But sometimes we hear things. I mean, we always get messages that we need to hear, but sometimes we hear things we don't necessarily want to hear. But we are meant to hear them and take in the lesson to that, so that you can nourish yourself. You can move to a better place in your life. And this message is all about connecting with your one true love. And Venus Venus in Cancer, you are meant to have that nourishing love, the kind of love where you are together. You're going to want to be with your partner all of the time. And now I'm getting, called to say that it's a time to be with your partner, to really nourish them, to nourish yourself, and be the receiver. So Venus in Cancer, it's not a time, if you are disconnected from your soul partner right now, if they haven't manifested in your life, whether you've met them or not, or even if you are in a relationship, it's not a time to be the initiator. It's time to be the feminine and receive. Let your masculine come to you, whether you're a man or a woman. We are energy. I'm talking to the collective here. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest. But be the receiver. The masculine is here to build and to, a lot of the times they become fixers because they want to help. And they're the initiators. And right now it is time to receive help, to receive the love, to receive the call, the contact, the text. I'm getting the message, to be the receiver, to let them come in and have healthy boundaries. And if you are in a relationship right now, again, still have the healthy boundaries. And if there's some sort of miscommunication, for everyone here, be able to work through that, tap into your emotion, and really say what you feel. Don't be afraid. I know that it's hard and it can be really scary to talk about your feelings and what you want, especially if you're afraid of losing somebody in your life that you feel is the one. But I guarantee if they are the one, then they will not go away. Even if they have to leave for a little bit of time to gather themselves, they won't go away forever. God will bring them back into your life. God will bring in the person, um, in your life that's meant to be your true person. And so be ready to have that protection for yourselves, for each one of you, to have the boundaries and work from your higher self. That's why the 12th house is calling to me, because it's subconscious work on your subconscious, and be able to, Venus in Cancer, bring your higher self out when you're having these discussions of your feelings, of what you want, of what you will and will not receive. Because as receivers, the feminine energy is meant to receive and embrace. But you don't have to receive and embrace everything. And it is up to you, to shut that gate when something is not right, and you'll feel it. Tap into your intuition. Cancer energy is so intuitive, and you're just gonna know. You'll know before the physical manifestation, before it becomes physical in your life, before you see it. So you'll know, you'll get that gut feeling, the feeling in your heart, the feeling in your body, or there'll be little signs where you're just gonna know, and go with that. Just trust. I promise you, all signs, it's important to trust. Cancer has a special ability to tap into that emotion, to truly love deeply. um, and it's important that you attach to that trust and listen to the message, listen to the messages, and tap into the feeling. And right now it is time to go within and nourish yourself, get enough sleep. And I'm all about nature. I love nature. I love, even rocks. That's part of our earth. Beautiful rocks. I do see the beauty in pretty much everything, even in things that may not feel good. There is a message there. There's no good or bad. There just is, and it is. There are messages for us to hear and for us to experience, things for us to experience, so that we move into the highest versions of ourselves, so that we can have that great love, and be that power couple essence. Because what happened, what with power couples, there's two powerful people. And when they come together, they are a power couple, not taking from each other, but building and enhancing each other. And so that's why you want to go within and use these. So it's winter month energy right now, retrograde energy, the outer planets are in retrograde. Mercury is retrograde um, in Sagittarius, and Mars is retrograde in Leo. And that's a lot of fire energy. But what it tells me, especially as a Cancer, is, water, some people will think water and fire don't mix, but that's not the case. We are not here to follow every rule. Rules are important, but astrology, tarot, any type of, even if you follow things that are more mainstream. They're like Tony Robbins or someone who's a lot more mainstream. There are ways of being for a reason. They are maps. But at the end of the day, you get to choose because you're spiritual being having a human experience, but you just know, tap into the feeling of it, your gut feeling, your intuition, what feels right to you. And right now it is time to go within, get good, get good rest, nourish yourself with good food, balance it out. It's okay to have treats. It's okay, to indulge here and there. You'll know when you don't feel well, and you'll know the balance. You just do. You know enough. And some people, I mean, there's carnivores that only eat meat. Some people eat just a vegan diet, and it works for them. So whatever works for you, whatever you're being called to do for your own diet, mentally, physically, spiritually, do that. And you're going to know it by the way that you feel, by your emotions. And you, as Venus in Cancer energy, as we're tapping into that energy, I'm getting, the Mars is retrograde right now, and there could be somebody who is coming into your life again that you have met. And I mean, this is a, divine love reading. And so somebody who you've met before, maybe you thought you had a soul connection with before, but for some reason it didn't work out, could be coming into your life, especially in this month of December. I want to say, it could be within the next 3 months, but they're really feeling it. And so are you. I mean, that's, I'm sure, why you're listening to this message. But be open to love, and do what you need to do to nourish yourself. Take this time, these darker months, to tap into your intuition, do subconscious work, get physical rest. If you are with somebody right now, really take the time to nourish yourself and them. You don't have to make sure they're doing what they need to do. Focus on yourself. Embrace the feminine portion of this, and the beauty. Take care of yourself, and the masculine will come. It's how it works. It's a beautiful dance, and it'll all work out. It'll all work out. Trust. So I believe that's the message that I have for you. Yes, that's the message that I have for you today. So if you are interested in a reading, please click the link below and schedule your personal astrological reading. Again, I don't need the time of your birth to be able to give you an accurate reading, because I tap into source and I let you know what you need to hear at this time. And there is a link below if you want to learn more about Venus and Mars. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here today. and giving me this opportunity to channel this message for you. It was for 44, as I said that message. It may not be that for you after you, when you're watching this video, because I believe that I have to edit about a minute out of this video. But just know that you're loved and that you are meant to have a wonderful, this incredible kind of love, this true power couple love, and trust that. Really trust the feeling of it, and tap into your intuition, and make sure to like and subscribe to this channel, so that we can get this message out to the community, for those who are meant to have this kind of love and need to hear this message. So thanks again, and I will talk to you soon.